Welcome back, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm Hema Ramkisoon, and this is This Week in Business. Well, earlier we saw the Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley, posted an image on his social media wishing China's ambassador to Trinidad and Tobago farewell. That sort of raised a lot of questions as to what is this country's relationship with mainland China, our trade links, our commerce, manufacturing, construction, and also friendship ties. The Silk Road Initiative was initially signed on by this country almost a decade ago. In fact, Trinidad and Tobago was one of the first countries in the Caribbean to become signatory to the document. Today, as we come out of COVID, is the relationship strengthening and is it expanding? Well, to give us an exclusive one-on-one interview on his final time in Trinidad and Tobago, with China's ambassador to Trinidad and Tobago joining us. Ambassador, thank you for this interview.
Thank you so much.
Ambassador, you're now coming to the end of your tenure in Trinidad and Tobago. This is your second time here. You have had an interesting run. I think you never thought that you would be here at a time with COVID-19 has come to the world. Tell me a little bit now, we in Trinidad and Tobago are still sort of getting the balancing act. How would you describe the relationship between Trinidad and China today?
Yes, like you said, upon completion of my duty here, I'm about to leave this beautiful, lovely Twin Island country. And I had mixed feelings because, as a diplomat, I've been posted to many other places, and my career has taken me to other places across the world, and among them all, Trinidad and Tobago is held dearest to my heart. And as I'm about to leave, I say farewell to this lovely country, to its people. I draw great comfort to the development of our bilateral relations, our friendship between our two peoples. Over the years, our bilateral relations has become more and more vibrant, and our cooperation has been wide-ranging at a multi-level and very fruitful, I should say. Our relations is officially termed as comprehensive, cooperative partnership, with features of mutual respect, mutual benefit.
You sit at a time when the Silk Road Initiative first came to this part of the world, where you saw the expansion of it. How successful has that initiative been in the Caribbean region in Trinidad and Tobago?
Well, that initiative has, I think, carried a long way into future, and initiatively put forward by our president, by the whole world. Many countries in the world joined this initiative. And the essence of that cooperation and this framework is based on wide consultation, joint contribution, and shared benefits. So we had a lot of communications, and it focused on the joint build of the connectivities of infrastructure, finance, manufacturing, and people-to-people interaction. As a result, the political trust has been effectively enhanced, strengthened, and our economic links, trade has been also kept rapidly growing. Like the trade figure, last year the volume of our two-way trade reached a historical high, a new high. It's about $1 billion US dollars.
Looking at, before I talk about your tenure at a time of COVID-19, with the Silk Road Initiative and with all of the expansion of the Chinese influence in the Caribbean and Trinidad and Tobago, there's always been a lot of suspicion around that, and there's always been a lot of questions around it in terms of ethics, in terms of fairness. Why do you think that continues? Why is that narrative still being put there?
Well, as China develops, some forces in the world, they are unhappy about that. They still have the so-called Cold War mentality. They still see China as a threat. So at times they will do something to smear the cooperation China has with the countries in this region. So China always pursued a path of peaceful development, and our cooperation, the nature of our cooperation with the other countries. See, this region is based on equal footing, mutual respect, wider consultation, and mutual beneficial, which is shared benefits.
I know that you're sitting here with the diplomatic relations at a time of COVID-19. What was that like, being the ambassador to China, assisting the government of Trinidad and Tobago and sort of maintaining the relationship? Tell me what was that process like for you?
Well, the COVID-19 constitutes a major challenges for the whole humankind and for all the countries in the world. But on the other hand, combating this virus together, we strengthened solidarity and strengthened our cooperation, especially in the case of China-Trinidad-Tobago relations. We've been able, through our joint efforts, fighting against this virus, we supported each other with messages, with communications, and with medical supplies. Trinidad Tobago was among the first country to extend such a kindness to China, and then after China, things eased in China. In return, we will be able to provide the same kind of support to Trinidad Tobago. So throughout this cooperation, I think the relations have been effectively strengthened. The COVID-19 caught us by surprise, and when everything goes so smooth, and we have an abrupt interruption caused by this COVID-19. So otherwise, we would have seen the frequent, at a normal pace, the interactions, the mutual exchanges between our two peoples, like we planned the first half of this year. The culture troops would come to Trinidad Tobago, and we also planned to have the National Steel Band Orchestra to visit China. So that has been slowed down.
What was your most enjoyable moment or memory here? There must be something that stands out as, this is your second time here, so you've had a long time in Trinidad.
Right. During my time here, I traveled vastly. I traveled to every corner of Trinidad Tobago and visited many places. And I was so fortunate enough to have the opportunity to appreciate the multifaceted beauty of this Caribbean region. And I visited government units, businesses, schools, markets, and other communities. I talked with people from all walks of life and make friends with them.
You talk about finance, infrastructure, technology, and people transfer. I know those are the 4 areas of pillars of development. Do you see that strengthening and expanding, let's say, in the next 10 years?
Yes. I was fortunate enough to serve twice here, and during my time here, I saw the growth of such a kind of relationship and the expansion of our trade, of other economic links, and our political trust.
What do you think has been the most successful part of cooperation and expansion in terms of the relationship between Trinidad and Tobago and China? Many believe it's construction. Do you share that view?
That is true, and but I would say that I think the most successful part is the mutual understanding between our two peoples, the friendship enhanced with more and more activities between our two peoples. We strengthened our cultural and people-to-people exchange that effectively expand people's knowledge towards each other.
As you leave Trinidad and Tobago, what message do you want to leave with the public?
Well, I enjoyed my stay here, and I feel so grateful that the people of Trinidad and Tobago have extended their warmth, their hospitality to me, and that make my stay here so pleasant and make my work, my goals achievable. So as I paying farewell, I would say thank you very much, and I offer my best wishes to the people, to Trinidad and Tobago, to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. I wish you all well, and I hope this country will continue to maintain social vitality, economic vitality, social harmony, and will be stronger and will play bigger role in international and regional affairs.
Where are you off to next? Where's your next posting and assignment?
Well, I will go back to headquarters, maybe work for another several years there.
Ambassador, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today, and I'm sure the cooperation between both countries will continue.